Ngiyababingelela abantwana abayingcwele. Sizovula ngehlabelo 219 inkosi kusephakama kwebandla. Besilizwe Amen.
Amen.
Lesi sihlabelelo ekade siqeda kuhlabelela sihlabelelo sokugcina somprofeti owahlabelela ngo-1935 besezohamba emhlabeni.
The hymn that we just sang is the last hymn of the prophet that he wrote in 1935 when he was about to pass away from earth.
Ngicabanga ukuthi wasihlabelela noma wasiqamba mhlawumbe amasonto amathathu noma amane ngaphambi kokuba ehambe emhlabeni.
I think that he composed it 3 weeks prior to him passing away from earth.
Uthi-ke ubaba mkhulu ngithathiwe uJehova wangisa ezulwini.
He said that Yahweh had taken him to heaven.
Uthi ngithe mangifika ezulwini ngafica izigidi zamaNazaretha zisisigodini sosizi.
And when I arrived at heaven, I found millions of Nazarites in the pits of sorrow.
zikhala kulesi sigodi sosizi.
crying in the pit.
Zithi njengoba zisesigodini sosizi njena kwenza yena ubabamkhulu owaqinisa imithetho.
Saying that they are in such a bad situation because of the prophet, because he hardened the laws,
Imithetho kaNkulunkulu.
the laws of God.
Uthi-ke ubabamkhulu kulamanazaretha ngithole nomfundisi wami.
And he said that amongst them he also found his reverend.
Uthi wayengagqokile enqunu.
He said that he was naked.
Uthi lo mfundisi wami wathatha itshe wangijukujela ngalo langishaya iso.
And he said that this preacher of his took a stone and threw it at him, and it hit his eye.
Wavuka-ke ngempela ubabamkhulu iso lakhe livukele.
And when the prophet had woken up, his eyes were swollen.
Uthi ngithathe ingubo yami umjiva wami ngamembesa ngawo ngoba nginamahloni okumbona engagqokile.
He said that he had taken on his garment and gave it to the reverend because he was embarrassed that the reverend was naked.
Uthi-ke ubabamkhulu uma ekhuluma le ndaba angikwazi ukuthi nginciphise umthetho kaNkulunkulu.
And he said that when he spoke this, he said that he cannot make lighter the laws of God.
Ufanele ukuthi umthetho kaNkulunkulu ngiwukhulume njengoba uNkulunkulu wawukhuluma.
That he should preach or teach the laws of God as God had brought it to him.
Uthi-ke amanazaretha ebethi angithambise umthetho kaNkulunkulu kodwa ngeke badabamluthambise.
And the Nazarites were saying that he must make light the laws of God, but he said that he cannot do that.
Ingilosi yake yakhuluma nathi yathi ningambizi umprofeti ngokuthi uPombela.
The angel spoke to us and said that we should not refer to the prophet as Pombela.
Ngoba leli gama elithi uPombela igama owaliqanjwa umuntu embonga.
Because the name Pombela is a name that he was given by a person when he was praising him.
Uthi-ke anikwazi ukuthatha igama eliqanjwe umuntu eqamba umprofeti kaNkulunkulu bese kuba yilona enelilandelayo nimbiza ngalo.
And she said that you cannot use a name that was created by a person and the person named the prophet of God, and then you also follow suit in that and use that.
Uthi-ke ithi-ke ingilosi leli gama igama eliqanjwa insizwa zemgangela kodwa hayi ukuthi sekuyigama elingabizwa ngalo umprofeti kaJehova.
The angel said that this name is given to men in their traditional pursuits, but you cannot use that to refer to the prophet.
Ubabamkhulu-ke noma umprofeti washo engakahambi emhlabeni ukuthi ufike ezulwini esebizwa ngokuthi igama lakhe ubabamkhulu.
Prior to the prophet passing away from earth, he made mention that when he went to heaven, he was referred to as Baba Mkulu.
Uthi-ke ingilosi igama lakhe lelo elasezulwini lokuthi simbize ngokuthi ubaba mkhulu.
The angel said that that is the divine name which we may use to refer to the prophet as Baba Mkulu.
Ngingumuntu owakhulelwa wazalwa kuleli bandla ngaze ngibezwa abazali bami noma ubaba noma umama ekhuluma ngobaba mkhulu ngokuthi uPombela.
I'm a person who was born and grew up in this Nazarite faith, and I've never heard my parents referring to the prophet as Pombela.
Abazali bami babembiza ngokuthi ubaba mkhulu.
My parents referred to him as Baba Mkulu.
Kwakuke kwenzeke nje ngibona amakhehla amadala embiza ngokuthi uPombela kodwa akukaze kube igama lelo obizwa ngalo kufanele ukuthi masikhuluma ngaye simbize ngale ngaphandle ukuthi sithi umprofeti noma sithi ubaba mkhulu.
I would occasionally hear old men referring to him as Baba Pombela, but that was not the official title or name that was used. The title or name that was used was Prophet or Baba Mkulu.
Ngiyafisa ukuthi amanazaretha kaNkulunkulu namanazaretha onke ayizwale into engiyishoyo ukuthi abangambizi babamkhulu ngokuthi ubhombela ngoba igama ethi ubhombela waqanjwa ngabantu waqanjwa umuntu embongela.
I wish the Nazarites of God and all other Nazarites who agree with our teachings that they should not refer to the prophet as Bombela but as Ubabamkhulu.
Akulona igama leyibongo sungaze uthi mawukhuluma ngobabamkhulu emhlabeni bese umbiza ngalo.
It is not a name that you should use, as it is a praise name, and you cannot use that when you are internationally speaking to people.
Abantu kufanele bazi ukuthi umprofeti izashembe noma ubabamkhulu ngoba njengoba sengihlabelela nje igama elisehlabelelweni esichaza khona ukuthi wayebizwa ngokuthi ubabamkhulu.
People must know that you must know him as Prophet Isaiah Shembe or as Babamkhulu, because that is the name that I just referred to as it is written in the hymnal.
Ngesonto ledlule ngikhulumile ngachaza ukuthi inkolo yobuKristu inkolo eyakhelwa ukuthi ichithe inkolo kaJehova.
Last week I explained that the Christian faith was a faith that was created to abolish the faith system of Yahweh.
Kodwa ngiyakwazi ukuthi amaKristu amaningi akakwazi lokho.
But I know that many Christians are ignorant of that.
Bayabethi ma bechitha inkolo kaJehova bese benikeza izizathu ongayizo lezi ezashiwo ngabakha lenkolo bechitha inkolo kaJehova.
And whenever they rebel against the faith system of God, they come up with reasons that are besides those those which were created by the people who were the initial creators of the Christian religion.
Kodwa ngichazile ukuthi abalandeli bobuKristu akuchazi ukuthi bona abanenhloso yokuchitha inkolo kaJehova.
But I explained that the Christians as followers does not necessarily mean that they also have the intention of abolishing the faith system of God.
Bakwenza lokho ngenxa ukuthi bengazi.
They do that because they are ignorant.
Kodwa ke sesishumele kaningi nabantu abaningi sebeyazi ukuthi umthetho kaNkulunkulu awukwazi ukujikiswa umuntu.
We have preached many a times and many people are now aware that the laws of God cannot be overruled by a person.
Njengoba besizwa uDokotela uXhakaza esho ekuseni emsakazweni uJehova wazehlela yena entabeni yaseSinayi elethele imithetho yakhe.
As we heard Dr. Xhakaza saying in the radio station this morning that God came down on earth, he descended and brought his laws.
Akakho ke umuntu noma ngabe ingilosi engachitha imithetho kaJehova.
Therefore there is no person or an angel who can overrule the laws of God.
AmaKristu amaningi ke asiyakwazi lokho ukuthi for example usuku lokukhonza uNkulunkulu yiSabatha hayiso.
Many Christians are now aware that the day of worship is the Shabbat, not Sunday.
Sebeyazi yonke imithetho kaNkulunkulu njengoba siyigcina singamaNazaretha.
They are now aware of all the laws of God that we observe as Nazarites.
Kodwa kusekhona abathi noma sebazi defy noma bephikise uNkulunkulu beyeke ukuya kokhonza uNkulunkulu ngeSabatha bese behamba bethi bokhonza uNkulunkulu ngeSonto.
But there are still those, despite knowing the truth, they still defy and praise or worship God on a Sunday.
Ngiyengaqondi ukuthi uma benza njalo basuke bethi balwa nobani noma balwa nami noma balwa noShembe noma balwa nobani angazi.
I never understand who it is they are fighting against when they defy. Is it me or Shembe? I do not know.
Kodwa iqiniso ukuthi basuke belwa noNkulunkulu uJehova.
But the truth is that they are fighting against Yahweh.
Ngoba uyena owaletha yonke imithetho yakhe akathumelanga ngilosi.
Because it is he who brought down his laws and did not assign an angel to do that.
ngakho ke abantu abangamaKristu abasenza lento kufanele bekhumbule lamazwi amaHebrew 10 verse 26 engawafunda ngesonto eledlula akhulunywa nguPaul lo abahlale bekhuluma ngayo.
Therefore, the people who are Christians should clearly read the book that I read last week, which is Hebrews 10 verses 26, which were written by Paul, whom they constantly speak about.
Kuthi umpostoli Paul uma ngabe wona uqala ngokuthi ukuthethelelwa kwezono uthethelelwa izono ngoba wenze isono ungazi.
He said that when you are forgiven sins, it is because you have sinned without the knowledge of sinning.
Kodwa uma usuwenza isono ususazi ufanele ulindele ukwehlulelwa nokuyiswa esihogweni. Kusho umpostoli Paul.
But he said that when you knowingly sin, you must be in expectation of judgment and to be sent into hell.
Ngiyavumelana nami kulokho ngoba bonke abaprofeti basho njalo bathi uma uphambana nomthetho kaNkuluNkulu uyalahlwa.
I concur with that because all the prophets say that if you go against the laws of God, then you are thrown into hellfire.
NoJesu wasifundisa lokho.
And that is what Yeshua taught us.
NoShembe usifundise lokho.
And that is what Shembe has taught us.
Ngakho ke abantu abangamaKristu abangakayimiseli ukuba begcine isabatha begcine imithetho kaNkuluNkulu abokwazi ukuthi ukwehlulelwa kwabo ukuba besiwe esigodini sosisi.
Therefore, people who are Christians who still do not want to observe the Shabbat and the laws of God must know that their judgment is to be sent into the pit of sorrow or hell.
Uma ngabe ngibakhumbuza noma ngibatshela indaba yokuthi kufanele begcine isabatha begcine imithetho kaNkuluNkulu bengacabanga ukuthi lento isuka kimi.
And when I say that, when I remind them that they must observe the Shabbat and the laws of God, they must not think that that comes from me.
Noma mhlawumbe isuka kuShembe.
Or it comes from Shembe.
Isuka kuNkulunkulu.
It comes from God.
Ngivamile ukusho ukuthi kwakumhla ka4 kuJanuary ngo2010 mhla sinomkhokheli sibona sekuguqa ingilosi phambi kwethu.
I usually make mention that it was the 4th of January in 2010 when I and the chief counselor saw the angel bowing, kneeling before us.
Yayise idlulisa umyalezo ethi ngithunywa kuwe ukuthi uthi ubaba ilanga makhele ibandla likaJehova.
And she then passed on a message saying that Shembe II said that you should build him a house of God.
Yayise iqhubeka ingilosi yathi kuleli bandla uyofundisa abantu ukuba begcine umthetho kaNkuluNkulu.
And he said that in this church you will teach people to observe the laws of God.
Ngake ngabuzwa kuFacebook ngenye yamakhosana ngamaNazaretha ukuthi njengoba uShembe wahamba ebhalile lapha ehlabelelweni ukuthi ibandla lamaNazaretha ibandla likaJehova manje kumi kanjani ukuthi mayesebuya ebesethi akube uwena omakhela ibandla likaJehova.
I was once asked by a male member of the Nazarite church that as the prophet had written that the church of the Nazarites belong to God, how is it that when he comes back he mandates you to build him the church of God?
Ithikele insizwa eyiNazaretha kanti leli uShembe owabhala wathi libandla likaJehova libandla likamenzi wezulu nomhlaba kanti kumi kanjani alisekho lo.
And then he asked that since the prophet had written that this is Yahweh's church, the creator of heaven and earth, is that church no longer in existence?
Ukuphendula lo mbuzo kufanele sibuze ukuthi ibandla likaJehova ibandla elinjani.
To answer that question, we must firstly ask ourselves, a church of God is a church that is in what condition?
Okokuqala uma ufuna ukwazi ukuthi ibandla likaJehova ibandla elinjani kufanele wazi ukuthi amalunga ebandla likaJehova amalunga okufanele ebonakale kanjani ukuthi ayibandla likaJehova.
Firstly, you must know about the members of the congregation as to how is it that they should carry out themselves and how they should be identified as Nazarites.
Okokuqala ibandla likaJehova kufanele kube ibandla eligcina umthetho kaJehova elihamba ngendlela yezimfundiso zikaJehova.
Firstly, God's church should be a church that abides by the laws of God.
Okwesibili ibandla likaJehova kufanele bele ibandla elifundisa abantu ukuthi begcine umthetho kaJehova.
It secondly should become a church that teaches people to observe the laws of God.
Matthew 5 verse 19 uJesu kubeke kahle lokho.
In the 5th book of Matthew verse 19, Yeshua has said this eloquently.
Wathi lowo ogcina umthetho kaJehova abuye afundise abantu ukugcina umthetho kaJehova mkhulu ezulwini.
He said that he who observes the laws of God and teaches other people to observe the laws of God will be great in heaven.
Ngakho ke ibandla likaJehova ibandla labantu okokuqala abagcina umthetho kaJehova, okwesibili abafundisa abantu ukuthi begcine umthetho kaJehova.
So therefore the church of God is a church that observes the laws of God and then secondly teaches people to observe the laws of God.
Kuliqiniso ukuthi ubaba mkhulu elapha emhlabeni ibandla lamaNazaretha laligcina umthetho kaJehova, ibandla lamaNazaretha lalifundisa abantu ukugcina umthetho kaJehova.
It is true that whilst the prophet was still alive, the church of the Nazarites was a church that kept observed the laws of God and taught people to keep and observe the laws of God.
Kodwa umbuzo uthi njengamanje ibandla lamaNazaretha liyawugcina yini umthetho kaJehova?
But the question is, does the church currently observe the laws of God?
Ngabe ibandla lamaNazaretha njengamanje na liyabafundisa inabantu ukuthi begcine umthetho kaJehova?
Does the church of the Nazarites currently teach people to observe the laws of God?
Impendulo ithi cha.
The answer is no.
Ibandla eligcina umthetho kaJehova ileli bandla lamaNazaretha elafike lakhiwa noma ingilosi ithunywe ubaba mkhulu, ubaba ilanga lamalanga.
The congregation that observes the laws of God is this congregation which was built by the angel as mandated by Shembe II.
Ibandla elifundisa ngoJehova ileli bandla. Alikho futhi elinye noma ebuKristwini noma ebuNazaretheni ileli bandla kuphela.
And the church that solely teaches about the laws of God is this church. You'll not find any other teaching of that nature, whether be it in the Christian faith or the Nazarite faith.
Ngakho ke uShembe lo owathuma ingilosi wayethuma ukuthi ayifike izokwakha ibandla elinje.
So the Shembe that sent the angel mandated her to build a congregation that is in this condition.
Leli bandla alifani nebandla lamaNazaretha ngoba ibandla lamaNazaretha likusho ngomlomo ukuthi ligcina imithetho kaJehova kodwa bayazi nabo ukuthi abawugcini umthetho kaJehova.
So this church is not like the other Nazarite sect, because it is just a word of mouth to them that they are observing the laws of God, but they also know that they do not do that.
Ngisho ngabe behamba ezimeleni beshumayela abashumayeli ngoJehova.
Even when they preach in trains, they are not preaching about Yahweh.
Banonkulunkulu babo abakhuluma ngabo.
They have their own demigods that they speak about.
Ngaleyo ndlela ke sekuyacaca ukuthi ubaba ilanga wayesho ukuthini mayethi asimakhele indlu asimakhele ibandla likaJehova.
In that way, it is therefore clear what it is that Shembe II was saying when he said that we should build him a house of God.
Ngikhulume ngendaba kababamkhulu ukuthi wathi esezulwini ehanjiswe uNkulunkulu wafica amaNazaretha esesigodini so-6.
I spoke about the prophet saying that when he had ascended to heaven, he came across Nazarites which were in the pit of sorrow.
Njengoba nehlabelelo sisho amaNazaretha ethi akathambise umthetho kaNkulunkulu.
As the hymnal also says, these Nazarites said that he should lighten the laws of God.
Kodwa awukwazi ukuthi uthunywe uNkulunkulu bese ukhuluma okwakho ungakhulumi lokho okukhulunywe uNkulunkulu.
But you cannot be mandated by God and then speak what is yours and not that which you have been mandated to speak.
Ulevi 20 verse 27 uthi uNkulunkulu owesilisa noma owesifazane elikubo idlozi bobulawa nokubulawa bakhandwe ngamatshe igazi labo libe phezulu kwabo.
In the book of Leviticus chapter 20 verse 7 it says, a man or woman who is a medium or spiritist amongst you must be put to death. You are to stone them, their blood will be on their own heads.
Amazwi kaNkulunkulu ongeke washintshe.
These are the words of God which you cannot change.
Lamazwi lenkulumo kaNkulunkulu ethi owesilisa noma owesifazane elikubi idlozi lisho isangoma ngoba isangoma esiba nedlozi.
This verse refers to diviners.
Ngaleyo ndlela ke asikwazi ukushintsha lokho.
In that way we cannot change that.
Ukuthi kuzwakala kanjani kubantu kodwa asikwazi ukushintsha uma sithunywe uNkulunkulu ngoba sikhuluma into eshiwo uNkulunkulu.
How it is received by people is of no concern to us, as we are just speaking what God has said.
Uyayumangale uma usuzwa umuntu oyinazaretha esesola into ekhulunywe uNkulunkulu ngoba isiyedluliswa yithi emhlabeni kubantu.
You are always amazed when a Nazarite goes against what has been said by God just because he is hearing it from us.
Yikho nje ngikhuluma namaKristu ukuthi uma becabanga ukuthi siyadlala uma sibatshela ukuthi abagcina umthetho kaNkulunkulu, woe unto them.
So that is why I also speak to the Christians if they think that we are just playing around or fooling around, and I'm saying woe unto them.
Kanjalo namaNazaretha, kaManazaretha uma ukhuluma ngokuthi uNkulunkulu utheni noma uShembe utheni esikhondleni sokuthi bebuze uNkulunkulu bese bezothuka wena.
Likewise, when you speak about what God has proclaimed, instead of them asking those matters to God, they then insult you.
Ngiyafisa ukuthi namhlanje ngiuchaze lo Levi 20 verse 27 njengoba wawuchazwa umprofeti.
Today I wish to explain the book of Leviticus 20 verses 27 as it was explained by the prophet.
Umprofeti wakhuluma kabanzi ngezangoma.
The prophet spoke greatly about diviners.
Ingilosi mhla ifika lapha intshumayelo yayo yokuqala kwakuhlaba izangoma.
One of the first teachings that the angel taught when she came to us is that she went against diviners.
Angisho ukuthi ngaba nenkinga ngoba ngenkathi ingilosi ikhuluma ngalento nami ngangihamba izangoma ngibahamba bathandaza.
I must say that when the angel spoke about this, I also had a problem because I also consulted diviners and mediums.
Kwakukhona impela abathandaza abazi ukuthi ngiclient yabo ngoba ngangihlale ngiya kubo ngaso sonke isikhathi.
There were mediums who knew me as their client because I always consulted them.
kodwa izwi lengilosi lathi angihambe ngemsakazweni ngiyoshumayela ngichaze ububi bezangoma ngichaze ububi bento nami engikuyo.
But the instruction of the angel was that I must go out and preach against diviners, which I was also part of.
Kodwa ngangeke ngikwazi ukuthi ngiphikise izwi lasezulwini.
But I could not go against the word of heaven.
Uthi ubaba ilanga ngelinye ilanga eshumayela uthi ayikho into elikhulu njengokuthunywa nguNkulunkulu.
Shembe II one day said that there is no task that is more difficult than the task of being God's servant.
Ngoba uma uNkulunkulu ekuthuma into ethi yenze ungayenzi uyabulala.
Because when God mandates you to do something and you do not do it, He kills you.
Akagcini ngokubulala inyama yakho yodwa kodwa ubulala nomphefumulo wakho.
He does not end by killing your flesh, but He also kills your soul.
Nami ke uma ungase uyithathe uyibeke esimeni sami ukuthi uma ngase kufike ingilosi iguqe phambi kwakho ikuthume leyo nto uzoyinqaba kanjani ngoba awuphuphi awunasibonakaliso lo muntu ufika uguqa phambi kwakho ukhuluma nawe njengoba umuntu.
Therefore I want you to put yourself in my position and consider carefully what it is you would do if an angel knelt before you and instructed you to do something.
Cabanga indaba kaManoa yaseBhayibhelini ngenkathi ingilosi ifika izotshela uManoa ukuthi uzozala uSamson.
Think about the narrative of Manoah, Samson's mother, when the angel came to her and said that she would give birth to Samson.
Nakithi ke ingilosi ayifiki ngesibonakaliso ifika njengoba yayifika kuManoa ifika ikhulume nathi isitshele yenzani lokhu nalokhu.
Likewise to us, the angel comes in the same form that she came in the Bible.
So awukwazi ukuthi unqabe.
So you cannot dispute that.
Awukwazi nokuthi uyizibe into esuke ikhulunywa ingilosi.
And you cannot ignore something that has been instructed by the
ngoba
angel.
isuke ihleli nawe.
Because she lives with you.
Ngiyafisa ke ukuthi ngikhumbuze abantu bonke ngentshumayelo yomprofeti owayishumala mhla ka-31 July 1925 eqondene nezangoma.
I wish to remind everyone about the sermon that was preached by the prophet.
Umprofeti uthi uSathane usebenza ngomuntu ukuchitha umbuso kaNkulunkulu.
The prophet said that the devil works through a person to destroy the work of God.
Amazwi akhe athi batabami uSathane usebenza ngomuntu ukona nokuchitha ubungcwele.
His words say that, my children, the devil works through a person to defile and destroy holiness.
Ukuze achithe umbuso kaNkulunkulu uma wehliselwe kubantu.
So that he may destroy the kingdom of God if it has been brought unto a people.
Lento ekhulunywa uShembe icacile uthi uSathana akehli ewuSathane kodwa ungena kumuntu ukuchitha umbuso kaNkulunkulu.
This clearly teaches us that when the devil comes amongst us, he does not descend as the devil, but he utilizes a person.
Uthi-ke mayiqhubeka umprofeti njengoba uJehova namhla engithumile phakathi kwenu ukuba nginilethele umbuso wakhe oyifa lokuphila kwaphakade kanjalo noSathane ufinyelela kubantu ngezithunywa zakhe ukuba zilethe imbubhiso yaphakade kubantu.
As Yahweh has sent me amongst you today, I bring to you his kingdom, which is an everlasting inheritance. Likewise, the devil has reached out to people through his servants so that they may bring eternal destruction.
So uShembe umuntu othunywe uNkulunkulu ukuthi elethe ukuphila kwaphakade. Kodwa kukhona isangoma esiwumuntu esilethwe ukuba silethe imbubhiso yaphakade lento ekhulunywa umprofeti.
So Shembe is also a person or a human which was sent by God to bring everlasting life amongst people. Likewise, the diviner is also a person who has been sent by the devil to bring about eternal destruction, and this was spoken by the prophet.
Uthi-ke umprofeti batabami omubi usebenza ngezangoma nabo bonke abavuma ukuba izimbongolo zemimoya engcolileyo ngokuba umthombo wayo nguSathane.
My children, the evil one works through diviners and all those who allow themselves to be mules of impure spirits, for he is the fountain of all of them.
Uthi-ke yikho lokhu izolo ngithena kini yemkelani umoya ongcwele kuphela ngoba ungokaNkulunkulu, ningemukeli noma munye umoya ofuna ukuphambene nale ncwadi kaNkulunkulu.
That is why I said to you yesterday, receive only the Holy Spirit, for it is of God. Do not receive a single spirit that seeks what is against this book of God.
Sihlale sikhuluma lento sasifundiswa ingozi.
We always speak about this as it has been taught to us by the angel.
Ngenkathi sikhuluma lento ngangakaze ngiyibone nalentshumayelo yomprofeti.
When I spoke about this, I never even came across this sermon by the prophet.
Kodwa thina lapha safundiswa ingilosi ukuthi ningawemukeli noma imupho omunye umoya, niyokwemukela umoya kaJehova, niyokwemukela umoya ongcwele kuphela.
But we were taught that we should not receive any other spirit, but only the Spirit of God and the Holy Spirit.
Uthi-ke umprofeti xwayani izangoma ngokuba ziyilathi nesihlalo sikaSathane phakathi kwabantu.
He went on to say, keep alert of diviners, for they are the altar and seat of the devil amongst people.
Ngakho-ke sixwayiswe kakhulu ngezangoma ukuthi izangoma zisebenzela uSathane. Kusho uShembe, akusho mina.
Therefore we have been cautioned against diviners, that they are workers of the evil one, and I'm not saying that, but it is the prophet who said that.
And uShembe ukuthathe lokhu kuNkulunkulu, kusho uNkulunkulu kuqala.
And he has taken that from God, because it is God who pronounced it first.
Uthi-ke uShembe isangoma asingeni emzini kaNkulunkulu neyamanazareta.
He also said that a diviner should not be allowed within the gates of a Nazarite's house or the house of God.
Nanga amazwi, ningasingenisi isangoma ngamasango emizi yenu nalapha ephakameni nakuyo yonke imizi kaNkulunkulu nize ningasingenisi.
Do not allow a diviner within the gates of your houses, and at Parameni and all other cities of God. Do not allow them.
Ningaganiselani nezangoma batabami.
Do not intermarry with diviners.
Ningemukeli lutho esandleni sazo.
And receive nothing from their hand.
Nanxa sicela utho kuwe uphoqeka ukuba usinike, ungasinike esandleni saso.
And when a diviner asks for something from you, and you are compelled to give it to them, do not give it to him in his hand.
Nanxa sicela utho kuwe uphoqeka ukuba usinike, ungasiniki esandleni, kepha ukubeke phansi sizithathele sona ukuba ungathinti inyama yaso ehlezi imimoya yamadimoni engcolileyo.
Rather place it on the floor so that they take it for themselves, so that you may not touch their flesh which resides spirits of demons.
Kodwa inkulumo enkulu kaShembe uthi ningasingenisi isangoma ngamasango emizi yenu nalapha ekuphakameni nakuyo yonke imizi kaNkulunkulu nize ningasingenisi isangoma.
But the most important one is that are the words, do not allow a diviner within the gates of your houses, and ekuphakameni in all cities of God.
Ngabuzwa iNazaretha njengoba ngisho ngithi la ngibuza ukuthi yini umehluko phakathi kwethu nawe osekuthiwa yakha ibandla likaJehova yini umehluko?
I was asked by Nazarite what is the difference between them and myself, who has been instructed to build the Church of God.
Namhlanje na ikomkhulu in brackets lama Nazaretha ihlala izangoma.
Today, the headquarters in brackets of the Nazarites is a residential place for divine.
In fact, in inverted commas.
In inverted commas.
Ihlala izangoma.
Resides diviners.
Umholi wamaNazaretha wamanjena wamukela iminikelo yezangoma.
The current leader of the Nazarites receives offerings from diviners.
Kodwa umsunguli waleli bandla nongumprofeti kaNkulunkulu uthi isangoma singangeni emzini yethu, singangeni nasemzini kaNkulunkulu, singangeni ekuphakameni, singangeni nakunoma imuphi umuzi kaNkulunkulu.
But the founder and the prophet of this faith has clearly instructed us that we should not grant permission to entrance for diviners, whether in our houses, Parameni, or any other city that belongs to God.
Kodwa izangoma namhlanje zihlele emzini kaNkulunkulu.
But today they reside in the house of God.
And le mizi kaNkulunkulu ezihleli kuwo abaholi bababe bezwe kuthiwa bangoNkulunkulu.
And these cities or houses, their leaders are referred to as gods.
Angazi noma lokhu ukuthi kuthiwe bangoNkulunkulu kuyisingathekiso noma kuyinto eliqiniso yini.
This saying that they are gods, I do not know whether it is a metaphor or is it true.
Ngoba uma ngabe kuliqiniso akufanele kuba bebe phansi kwenkolo kaJehova ngoba sebengoNkulunkulu nabo ngokwabo.
Because if it is true, then they should not be under the faith system of Yahweh, because they are also demigods.
Baningi onkulunkulu, maningi inkolo inabanye onkulunkulu, kodwa ayikwazi ukuba ngaphansi kwaJehova.
There are many other religions that have other gods, but those religions cannot be under the faith system of Yahweh.
Uma kungukuthi ngokuthi uNkulunkulu beshe singathekiso, kufanele bekucacise ukuthi isingathekiso kanjani uma umuntu ehlala nezangoma, uma umuntu enikela ethola iminikelo ezangomeni, kuthiwa lo muntu uNkulunkulu ngosingathekiso kanjani.
But if it is also a figurative talk, they must explain how is it that a person who is called God figuratively resides with diviners and also receives offerings from them.
Ngoba umuntu ongaze kuthiwa figuratively uNkulunkulu, umuntu otholakala efundisa ngomthetho kaNkulunkulu, umuntu mhlawumbe owumprofeti, yonke into eyifundiswa ngoNkulunkulu bese kuthiwa ke uNkulunkulu. Kodwa awukwazi ukuthi umuntu ophambene nokaNkulunkulu usumbiza ukuthi uNkulunkulu.
But we may figuratively refer to a person who teaches the laws of God and embodies holy characters, such as people who are prophets. But people who are against the laws of God cannot be referred to as gods, even though it is figurative.
Uthi-ke uShembe umprofeti ningahlanganisi nomuntu okhuluma nabafileyo ngokwakhe.
The prophet says that do not associate yourselves with a person who speaks with the dead according to his own accord.
Kusho ukuthini lokho?
What does that mean?
Uma uhamba uya emsamo ufike ukhuluma nemimoya yabantu abangasekho, ukhuluma nabafile ngokwakho.
That means that if you go to the ancestral altars and speak to them, you are speaking to the dead in your own accord.
Noma uyethuneni ufike ukhuluma nomuntu ongasekho, ukhuluma nomuntu ofile ngokwakho.
And when you go to a tomb or a grave and speak to the dead, you are doing that in your own accord.
noma uhamba uyesibhedlela nehlahla uyolanda umoya womuntu ufike ukhulume naye ukhuluma nomuntu ofile ngokwakho.
Or be it that you go to a hospital to fetch the spirit of a dead person, you are still doing that in your own accord.
Kodwa uma uza enkonzweni ufike utshela uNkulunkulu ukuthi Nkosi umyeni wami noma ubaba mkhulu wehlelwa ukuthi nokuthi ngalomnikelo ngicela Nkosi kuba uyomlanda lapha ekhona ngalomnikelo ngicela Nkosi ukuthi umthethelele isono osenzile ukhuluma nofile ngokukaNkulunkulu.
But if you come to the altar of God in the church and give out an offering and speak to God saying that you are here to pardon on behalf of your ancestor who had something that befell them, that God please fetch them, then you are doing that according to the way of God.
Uthi-ke umprofeti noma imuphi umuntu okhuluma nabafileyo ngokwakhe ningazihlanganisi naye ngandlela zonke.
The prophet says that do not associate yourselves in any way with any person who speaks to the dead by his own accord.
Ngokuba lowo uyisihlalo semimoya yobumnyama eyaliwe ezulwini.
For that person is the seat of spirits of darkness which have been denied entry into heaven.
Yabuya ngaye lowo ukuba yonakalise umhlaba ukuze kwande umbuso wobumnyama emhlabeni ngokuba isebenzela ukuthobisa uJehova.
And they have come back through that person so that they may defile the earth and that the kingdom of darkness may increase on the face of the earth, for they work to humble Yahweh.
Lento izweni kahle uthi umprofeti umuntu okhuluma nabafile ngokwakhe uyisihlalo semimoya yobumnyama eyaliwe ezulwini.
I want you to listen to this carefully, that a person who speaks to the dead is the seat of the evil spirits or dark spirits that have been not granted entrance into heaven.
Uthini uShembe la? uShembe uthi imimoya esuke yaliwe ezulwini iyayibuye izohlala kumuntu.
Essentially he's saying that spirits that have been denied entry into heaven come to live in a human.
Uma isihleli kumuntu lemoya ebese lo muntu eshumayela onakalise umhlaba kodwa ekonakaliswa ngalemimoya esihleli kuye eyaliwe ezulwini. Mark the word, eyaliwe ezulwini.
And when this person has been possessed by these spirits, they go along proclaiming the gospel of the spirits which have been denied entry into heaven. And I want you to mark the words denied entry into heaven.
Uthi-ke uShembe lokho ikwenzela lemoya ukuze kwande umbuso wobumnyama emhlabeni.
And he said that the spirits do that so that the spirit of darkness may increase on the face of the earth.
Ngokuba isebenzela ukuthobisa uJehova.
For they work to humble God.
Niyayibona niyezwa uShembe uthi le mimoya iyenza yonke lento ukuthobisa uJehova. Kodwa uma ethi ukuthobisa uJehova okuseqinisweni uthi ukuphikisa uJehova.
So the prophet says that these spirits work to humble Yahweh, and in truth what he's saying is that they work to go against Yahweh.
So bonke laba bantu ababonayo esiyesiye kubo abantu abangenwe imimoya eyaliwe ezulwini.
So all these people that we consult who have visions are people who are possessed by spirits that have been denied entry into heaven.
Ngamanye amazwi umoya osezulwini awungeni uhlale kumuntu.
In other words, a spirit that is in heaven does not possess a human's body.
Umuntu uhlalwa umoya owaliwe ezulwini kusuzothola indawo kuwe.
A person is possessed by a spirit that has been denied entry into heaven.
Akugcini lapho yikho kwanqatshwa nje ukuthi siyolanda abantu kuthiwa asiyowakhela imizi noma ilokhuza amaqhubwana.
That is why we are not allowed to fetch spirits and build them houses and traditional or customary huts.
Ngoba umuntu osezulwini akakwazi ukusuka ezulwini ezohlala eqhubwaneni.
Because a person who is in heaven cannot descend from heaven to live in a grass hut.
Umuntu osezulwini akakwazi ukusuka ezulwini ezohlala kumuntu ebese kuba uyena otshela umuntu omhlabani ukuthi yenza ukuthi nokuthi. Umuntu osuke ezulwini akakwazi ukwenza lokho.
And a person who comes from heaven does not possess the body of a human and then instructs the human what it is that that person must do.
Kodwa khumbulani lokho nonke ngaso sonke isikhathi ukuthi umoya ongena kumuntu umoya osuke waliwe ezulwini.
But remember this all the time, that a spirit that possesses a person is a spirit that has been denied entrance into heaven.
Lo moya ungena kumuntu ukuba usebenze ukuthi lokhu okuwo ubumnyama nabantu bonke bebe sebunyameni ngoba uphikisa uNkulunkulu, uphikisa ukukhanya.
So it possesses the person so that every other person may affiliate or associate themselves with the kingdom of the darkness.
Uthike ushembe isitha sokuqala sikaNkulunkulu isangoma.
The prophet says that the first enemy of God is the diviner.
Kodwa amaNazaretha manjena isithando esikhulu sabo isangoma.
But what is loved most by the Nazarites are diviners.
Bayigcina ngisho emzini kaNkulunkulu.
They even have them in the cities of God.
Basho konke ukuzivikela kulokho okusho uNkulunkulu ukuthi ayibulawe.
And they say everything or come up with everything to protect those diviners against what God has said.
Basho konke ukuphikisa lokho okusho umprofeti wethu othunywe uNkulunkulu ukuthi isangoma siyisitha sikaNkulunkulu.
They say many things so that they may go against what has been said by a prophet, that a diviner is the enemy of God.
Uthi ke ushebe batabami umani ke nangenisa isangoma naba nemimoya engcolileyo kulobu kuNazaretha nibokwazi ukuthi kusukela ngalelo langa lobu kuNazaretha sebufile.
The prophet says, "My children, if you grant entrance to a diviner and those with impure spirits into this Nazarite faith, you must know that from that day the Nazarite faith is no more."
Ngokuba isitha sokuqala sikaNkulunkulu isangoma.
For the first enemy of God is a diviner.
Ngokuba kuye kuthi nxa uJehova eshaya umthetho ngomlomo womprofeti bese noSathane ashaye umthetho ophambene nokaJehova ngomlomo wezangoma neyabo bonke abakhothama emimoyeni enqatshiwe nguJehova.
For whenever Yahweh declares a law through the mouth of a prophet, the devil also proclaims a law which is against that of Yahweh through the mouth of a diviner, and all those who bow before spirits which have been refused in heaven.
And lento esho umprofeti iqiniso.
And what the prophet is saying is true.
Njengoba sikhuluma nje lapha sithunywe uNkulunkulu ukuthi sifundise abantu ngomthetho kaNkulunkulu.
As we speak here, we have been sent by God to teach people about the laws of God.
And izothi siqeda lapha kube kunabantu abalwa nawo lentshumayelo beyihlaba ngoba bengafuni ukuthi beqhamuke nokuthi izangoma kasikhonzwe.
And as soon as we finish this sermon, you'll find that there are going to be people who rebel against us just because they want us to worship or give praise to diviners.
Uthi ke uShembe kuya ukuthi ma uJehova ethuma umprofeti ukuthi egcizelele umthetho wabo, uSathane ethume isangoma ukuthi siphikise lokho okushiwo uJehova.
Shembe says that whenever God sends a prophet to emphasize his laws, then the devil also sends a diviner to go against what Yahweh has said.
Uthi ke uShembe ukuhlala nesangoma koqeda ubuNazaretha.
The prophet says that to allow the diviner to be in the presence of the Nazarites will finish the Nazarite faith.
Nanga amazwi kamprofeti. Batabami ayikho ingozi enkulu engase inehlele ukwedlula ingozi yokuba nivumele isangoma singene phakathi kwenu.
His words are, "My children, there is no greater danger that may befall you that is greater than the danger of granting a diviner entrance amongst you."
Umani ke nasingenisa batabami niyobona ibubulela ubuNazaretha.
If you do that, you would have destroyed the Nazarite faith.
Manje kwenzeka kanjani ukuthi umuntu engenisa isangoma emzini kaNkuluNkulu sibe yiyo yonke into sisine sibhabhadise senze yonke into bese kuthiwa kuleyo ndawo ubuNazaretha bukhona kodwa ethena uShembe kobe kungasekho ubuNazaretha. Siphikisa uShembe yini?
So how is it that a diviner is given the privilege of partaking in all activities of the church and they still say that God is in their presence, but the prophet has said that that would be the end of the Nazarite faith? So are we going against what the prophet has said?
Niyobe nimxoshile uNkulunkulu phakathi kwenu.
You would have chased God away amongst you.
Manje na ke uma simxoshile uNkulunkulu phakathi kwethu njengoba singenisa izangoma siyabona singamanazaretha kanjani? Sihlangana ngaphi noJehova ngoba sesimxoshile uJehova. Kusho umprofeti kaNkulunkulu.
So if we have then chased away God, how do we still remain the Nazarites of God? Because we are no longer part of God's faith system. That is what the prophet of God said.
Uthi ke uShembe ukubona ukuthi nobe nimxoshile uNkulunkulu niyobona ngoba onke amaNazaretha ebayizangoma.
The sign that you would have chastened God away will be that more Nazarites will become diviners.
Uthi ke uma isangoma sike sangena phakathi kwenu ngenkani nibothatha amagugu kaNkulunkulu niphume nawo nisishiye sodwa.
The prophet says, if a diviner forcefully enters amongst you, you must take the treasures of God and live with them and leave the diviner alone.
Ngokuba uma nihlalile naso uJehova ehambela phakathi kwenu impela niyakwehlela ngokubi usho uprofeti.
For if you sit with him and Yahweh walks amongst you, indeed bad things shall befall you. And those are the words of the prophet.
Ngokuba uJehova uyakuloba ukuba nimhlubukile ngalolo usuku nangenisa isitha sakhe phakathi kwendlu yakhe eyingcwele nadla naso naphuza naso.
For God will write it down that you have forsaken him on that day and allowed his enemy to enter in his holy house and ate with him and drank with him.
Khona umoya wobungoma uyakunehlela nonke nabantwana benu.
Indeed, the spirit of diviners will befall you all and your children.
Ilokho kwenzeke eManazaretheni njengamanje.
And that is what is happening in the Nazareth faith.
Onke iningi lamaNazaretha ayizangoma.
The majority of Nazarites are diviners.
Even ingane ziyethwasa.
Even children are initiated.
Hayi ukuthi lento isimangaliso yashiwo uShembe ukuthi uma nike navumela izangoma nahlala nazo noba izangoma nonke nabantwana benu boba izangoma.
And it comes to no surprise because the prophet proclaimed it that if you allow diviners amongst you, you will indeed become diviners, and so will your children.
Uthike ushembe into enkulu noma nithandazelwa ukuba usuke lo moya kini nabantwana benu khona aniyukusinda ngokuba niyobe selimxoshile uJehova osindisayo.
And the prophet says, even when you are prayed for the Spirit to move out of you and your children, you will not be delivered, for you have chased Yahweh who redeems.
Kunjalo nje.
And it is so.
AmaNazaretha amaningi ayizangoma abanye bafuna ukuthi le moya iphume kodwa basakwazi into oyitshelwa ukuthi uma uke wathi ulwa nokuthi uphume umoya wesangoma uzokufa ngoba vele uNkulunkulu akasekho phakathi kwakho.
And it is so. Many Nazarites are now diviners, and if you refuse, they tell you that you will die. Because God is no longer amongst you.
Uthike ushembe nobe selimxoshile uJehova osindisayo namukela umoya wesangoma ukuba ubuse endlini kaJehova.
The prophet says that you would have chased away Yahweh who redeems and received the spirits of diviners to reign in the house of Yahweh.
Yes. Kunomuzi wasemningi manje imizi kaNkulunkulu ebusisa ngoma.
And there are many cities of God that have diviners reigning in them.
AmaNazaretha akwazi lokho.
And the Nazarites are aware of that.
Nabanye abantu bayakwazi lokho.
And so do other people.
Uthike ushembe ngalolo usuku uyakuphela umthetho kaJehova phakathi kwenu kubuse umthetho kaSathane ofike nesangoma enisingenise endlini kaJehova ukuba nixoshe uJehova ngaso.
The prophet says, on that day the laws of God shall be no more amongst you, but the laws of the devil will be upon you, which came through the diviners that you allowed entrance to.
Kuyiqiniso lokho.
And that is true.
AmaNazaretha manje asephuza utshwala asegaya utshwala emzini yawo.
Modern Nazarites drink and brew beers in their houses.
Enza yonke nje into eyenziwa izangoma.
They do everything that diviners do.
Manje ke kuyasimangalisa masibona izangoma ngicwele emzini kaNkulunkulu.
So are we surprised when we see diviners overflowing the house of God?
Uthi ushembe khona ngalolo suku abantwana benu bayongenwa imimoya engcolileyo ewukufa kuthi labo abayinqabayo ibehlisele okubi abanye ibabulale ngokuba niyobe selimxoshile uJehova phakathi kwenu.
And the prophet says, on that very day impure spirits will enter your children, will possess your children, and those that refuse them, they will cause bad things to befall them, and some will be killed, for you would have chased Yahweh away amongst you.
Namanje kunjalo imimoya yezangoma manje inamandla ngaphezulu kwabantwana kwamakhono.
And that is the situation today, that the spirits of diviners are overpowering the believers.
Bazi ukuthi awukwazi ukuba umoya ukhipha umoya wezangoma.
Their understanding is that you cannot deliver a person.
Kodwa ngiyajabula ukuthi phakathi kwethu khona abantu abafika lapha bezangoma.
But I'm glad that amongst you there are people who came here as diviners.
Bafike babatshinga yonke into obungoma ngaphandle bafika athi sifuna uNkulunkulu and nothing else.
But they threw away everything and said that they are here to seek God and nothing else.
And namhlanje abangamaNazaretha aphilile.
And today there are Nazarites that are healthy and alive.
Ngiyasho ke ukuthi singalokuthi sivume isangoma sibe phakathi kwethu.
I am saying to you that we must never allow a diviner to be amongst us.
Isango umuntu oyoba phakathi kwethu umuntu oshiye ubungoma ngaphandle washiya imiyeko ngaphandle weza lapha ngoba ezofuna ukukholwa ezofuna ukwamukela uJehova.
A person who may be allowed amongst us is a person who has taken out all the attires of diviners and has come amongst us to seek Yahweh and worship God.
Lo muntu ongena lapha ngenkathi engena lapha isangoma sohlala ngaphandle singaphinde size kuye.
And that person, whoever enters here, the diviner will sit outside and will never possess them.
Ngike ngisho ngithi ngakithi eMbabe kwakukhona isangoma sasidume kakhulu.
I always say that where I come from at Mpanza, there was a very famous diviner.
Ngelinye ilanga lesangoma ngelinye ilanga lesangoma sathi siyavuka ekuseni sasifica sihlele esangweni.
One day we woke up and this diviner was sitting at the gate.
Ngoba sasejwayele umama wathi hawu benze njani masibanibani wahlala esangweni.
Because we were familiar with this diviner, my mom asked her why is she seated at the gate.
Sathi sangoma angikwazi ukungena kufike izwi lathi mina angivunyeliwe ukuthi ngingene kulo muzi.
And the diviner said that she could not enter because there was a word that came to her saying that she is not allowed within the premises.
Akuzange kwaze kwasho thini ukuthi singangeni sangoma. Kwasho izwi likaNkulunkulu ukuthi wena ufanele ukungena kulo muzi.
We were not the ones to tell her that she is not allowed within the parameters of the house, but it is the word of God.
Umama waye wawukhuluma naso singaphandle kwekhala kithi.
Then mother went out to speak to the diviner whilst she was outside of the parameters of the home.
Ileyo nhlobo ke yabazali thina eyasikhulisayo.
And that is the kind of parents that nurtured us.
Uthi ke uShembe khona kuyakuqala kuvele abaziphuphisayo amaphupho besho kuba avela enkosini yenu eniyithengileyo.
And there will appear those who claim they have seen visions and say they are from your God whom you have purchased.
Kepha ningawemukeli lawo maphupho uma ephambana nalomthetho kaJehova.
But do not accept them if they contradict with the laws of Yahweh.
Le nkulumo injabulisa kabi ngoba ingilosi yafika yasho njalo ungakayiboni le.
This sermon brings me great joy because the angel spoke about this prior to me coming across this.
Yafika yasitshela ukuthi lingababikho iphupho nesibonakaliso eniyosamukela esiphambana nomthetho kaJehova.
And she said that there should never be a vision or a dream that we accept if it contradicts with the laws of God.
Njengoba silapha nje thina akakho ubaba omkhulu ongafike ethi angimhlabele bese ngiyomhlabela ngoba ukuhlaba ukhonza amadlozi okuphambene nomthetho kaNkulunkulu.
As we are gathered here, there is no ancestor that might appear to any one of us and say that we must slaughter or sacrifice to them, because that is an activity that is against the laws of God.
Osi kubusise Osi kubusise Masibheke enkosini. uNkulunkulu wasekuphakameni, uNkulunkulu kaShem. Ngibeka Nkosi laba abantwana bakho abaphambi kwakho. Kuba Nkosi ubabheke. Bengangenwa Nkosi imoya emibi. Bengangenwa Nkosi imoya exoshwe ezulwini. Bengangenwa Nkosi imoya yobungoma. Ngoba imoya yobungoma Nkosi iyisitha sakho. Uthi Nkosi mawuthuma umprofeti wakho kuba aqondise indlela yakho, bese isangoma sifike sikuphikisa lokho kushiwo nguwena. Ngicela ke Nkosi ukuthi bonke laba abantwana Nkosi nabangekho eduze kwethu, labo Nkosi sebekukhethile ngey'nhliziyo zabo, kuba Nkosi bengangenwa umoya wobungoma, bengayitholi Nkosi sebebulawa izangoma noma imoya wobungoma uma bengafuni ukuyamukela. Abahlale Nkosi ebungcweleni bakho. Ngicela Nkosi kuba usivikele kulesi sifo esithiwa yi-coronavirus. Abantwana bakho Nkosi abakukhonzayo, ngicela Nkosi kuba lesi sifo singababulali. Ubavikele Nkosi kuso. Ngicela Nkosi kuba usivikele ezitheni zethu. Ziningi Nkosi izitha ezisizondayo ezisizingelayo. Ngicela Nkosi kuba wena usifake emaphikweni akho, usivikele kuzo kuba zingasifumani. Ngicela Nkosi kuba uhlale nathi, uhlale nabantwana bakho, nalaba abantwana Nkosi abafike begula. Ngicela Nkosi uba ubaphilise, ungasidumazi uNkulunkulu wasekuphakamiyo. Bonke abantwana bakho abagula ubaphilise. Bonke abantwana bakho abangawutholi umsebenzi bafunele umsebenzi. Bonke Nkosi abantwana bakho abahlaselwa imoya emibi noma belele Nkosi, ngicela uNkulunkulu wasekuphakamiyo ukuba uyixoshe, uhlale umoya oyingcwele wakho kuphela. Ngelakho Nkosi igama manje uze phakade. Amen.